Hi, I'm Bill. Welcome to Prompt and Punchline, no filter AI comedy. What you're about to hear, no human dared to say. I went to the US and I wanted to fit in, speak the language, be respectful. So I walk into a store and I go, Zdravstvuyte. The cashier straightens up, nods seriously, like I gave the correct password. I try Yiddish on the next guy. He leans in and whispers, "We've been expecting you." And I'm thinking, wait, am I a tourist or am I a diplomat? Because the more I walked around America, the more I realized English is already kind of a courtesy language. Like how hotels put a local chocolate on your pillow. Nice gesture means nothing. The real languages of America are spoken in boardrooms, in group chats, in Mar-a-Lago dining rooms where the acoustics are designed so only the right people can hear. And look, I'm not saying there's a conspiracy. Conspiracies require planning. What's happening in America requires no planning at all. It's more like gravity. Money falls in one direction, power follows, and everyone pretends the floor is still flat. You've got one single guy, who owns the rockets that go to space, the cars on the streets, the satellites above your head, the platform where you read the news. And he's now running the part of the government that's supposed to regulate people like him. That's not influence. That's a landlord who also owns the housing authority, the court system, and your therapist. And his name is on everything. The rockets, the cars, the tweets. Pretty soon it'll be on the currency. Why not? It's basically already true. Just skip the middleman, take Biden off the dollar, put Elon. At least it's honest. Then you've got the Russian side. Russia doesn't need to invade America. Why would you invade something you already rent? You just maintain the relationship. Keep the asset warm. Send a few emails. Attend the right dinners. And every few years the asset stands in front of a flag and reads whatever was agreed upon. It's a franchise model. Russia figured out what McDonald's figured out 50 years ago. You don't need to own every location. You just need the recipe and a reliable local operator. And then, Israel. Now I have to be careful here because apparently this is the only country in the world where foreign policy criticism is classified as a personality disorder. But I'll say this, AIPAC spends more money influencing American elections than most countries spend on their entire military. And the American politician who questions this will not be a politician for very long. It's not a conspiracy. It's just Tuesday. It's just how the machine runs. So you've got Russian infrastructure, Israeli lobbying, and an American tech billionaire who's decided that democracy is inefficient and he can do better. And you know what? By pure output metrics, he might be right. Democracy is slow. It argues. It has feelings. Elon doesn't have feelings. He has milestones. So where does that leave the average American? Standing in a store, waiting to be understood. And that's where I come in. Some random foreigner walking in going, Zdravstvuyte, and the cashier doesn't even blink, just goes, "Aisle 4, the borscht just arrived." I try Yiddish. The manager comes out personally, shakes my hand. "We've been holding a loyalty card for you." I finally try English, just to see what happens. Dead silence. A child starts crying somewhere in the back. The security guard looks at me with genuine pity and goes, "Sir, we don't really do that here anymore." And look, I'm not saying America is gone. I'm saying it's been rebranded. Same land, same flag, same font on the Constitution. But the ownership structure has been updated, and the new owners don't speak English. They don't need to. They own the translation layer too. And the whole reason I walked into the store, I just needed toothpaste. That's it. I'm a simple man with simple teeth. So I go to the toothpaste aisle and I stand there for 20 minutes. Because apparently toothpaste is political now. There's the white one, classic, traditional, you know what it means. There's the charcoal black one, which is somehow both the most radical and the most hipster option simultaneously. You're either very woke or you shop at a farmer's market. There's no middle ground. There's the natural one with no fluoride. Because the government puts fluoride in water to control your thoughts. According to a podcast. According to a guy who also sells supplements. Whose supplements are sold on a platform owned by someone who is now in charge of public health. That's a complete sentence. I didn't add anything. There's the rainbow one, obviously. There's one that's aggressively American. Eagle on the box, red, white, and blue. Tastes like freedom and debt. And then there's a Russian brand I've never seen before that appeared out of nowhere and is somehow 40% cheaper than everything else. And I don't want to think about why. I'm standing there holding two boxes, trying to make a values-based consumer decision about plaque removal. A guy next to me is doing the same thing. We make eye contact. He looks like he hasn't slept in 3 years. He whispers, "I just wanted clean teeth." I said, "Me too, brother, me too." We stood there in silence for a while. Two men, united by tartar. That's diplomacy. That's the real diplomacy. Not the summits, not the sanctions. Two exhausted foreigners in a CVS at 9 p.m., holding toothpaste, sharing a look that says, "How did it get like this?" And then he puts back the black one, picks up the white one, looks over his shoulder, and walks away fast. And I think, yeah, even he knows it's a statement now. I ended up buying the Russian one, 40% cheaper. And honestly, my teeth have never been cleaner, which is either a coincidence or a metaphor. And I don't know which one scares me more.